Hey, so building blocks are the simplest and greatest thing that Google's brought to Google Docs in a long time. And today, I'm going to show you exactly where to find the building block library. I'm going to walk you through several of the building blocks that I use a lot and why. And then we'll talk a little bit about how you can customize building blocks for your own use. So first, where to find them. If you're in a document, you can go to Insert, use the drop down, you'll see Building Blocks, and you can click on View More. That's going to open up the side panel over on the side, which is the sum total of all the building blocks that you can see. I'm going to close that because there's another way to do it from directly within the document at any time. You can just click, type @ and that brings up kind of the Smart Chip drop-down window. If you scroll down, you'll see one for See All Building Blocks, and that will also open up the side panel. So I'll move myself over. Now we'll just go through a few of them. So first at the very top, they have the featured ones, which is kind of like the recommendations. And you see one that's called AI Summary there. You may not have that if you don't have the AI for Workspace. That's fine. You should have access to all of the other templates. The other ones listed here under kind of the frequent flyer or featured are meeting notes, email draft, and task tracker. And these are the frequent flyers. So meeting notes. If I click on, it's easy to insert a building block. You just click on Insert. If I go ahead and insert that, it's going to default to my calendar where I can make a selection on which meeting I actually want to apply. So I'll just go ahead and select this one, and you can see that it attaches it automatically or it gives you the option to automatically attach it to the meeting invite. Plus, it puts links to the calendar event. It drops in the day, and then you can start typing the action items and stuff like that. So that is one. Let's go ahead and also take a look at the email draft. So this one, super useful, particularly if you're working with a team and you need to collaborate on an email that's going out to a group, or you want to come together as a team to make sure that all the wording is correctly, or maybe you're submitting a draft for review. I use this one all the time. And it just lays out a table that has to CC, BCC in the subject, and then you can come in and type your email message. But because it's a Google document, you can share it with other individuals or teams to be able to also have the benefit of them coming in and giving a second set of eyes or helping you edit the text. When you're ready and you've filled out the twos and the CCs and the BCCs, then you can just go ahead and click on this preview in Gmail, and it'll actually bring up a window with the email typed out so you are ready to send. The last one that is in the featured section is the task tracker. Again, I use this all the time on issue papers, project documents. Great to be able to drop it in because you can assign people to it. You can type in whatever the title of the task is. You can select the actual date. And you can assign that in the line, and then you can actually have it has default status of not started, in progress, completed. You can obviously edit these for whatever your status is, but then at the very end, and we'll just go ahead and do one really quick. Test, we'll make this one for today and not started. What you can do from here is you can actually just assign. So if you've assigned a bunch of tasks in your meeting minutes document or something like that, you can actually just single click and it will go ahead and assign those tasks. So it will send the person an email. It will add it to their Google tasks. If it has a due date, it'll show up on the calendar as well. Super, super helpful for everything. And two, if somebody takes an action in their calendar or Google Tasks to close this item out, it'll actually render it closed out on the Google document as well. So those are definitely in high rotation. Communication, you've also got the option to drop in a poll, so you can add different voting chips into the option, and you can actually have a team vote on a proposal. Meetings, obviously we talked about the meeting notes. Similar to the email draft, you can also do a calendar draft. And so you can fill this out. Again, it's a Google document, so you can share it with individuals or teams. They can come in and help refine the description, add any of the times or guests or something like that. And then when you're ready, similar to the email, you could just click and it previews the event and will add it to your calendar. There's other ones like decision logs, detailed decision logs. Super helpful if you're, in fact, in project management. We already went over the task tracker. All these are kind of variations on the same kind of theme where you're trying to just track or get a log together of actions, who was responsible, what status it is. You can insert columns to be able to reference file links, or there are ones that are built that have that in there. Here's one for a team directory that actually includes being able to click on a place. So you can actually type a place from, let's see, Google Maps. We'll do a 500 Broadway, Eagle. All right. And so it'll contain a map, and yeah, you can click on that to get driving directions or something like that. All of these, of course, are customizable. So you can change the names, you can insert more columns, you can obviously insert more rows. Here's one for project assignments, project assets, product roadmap, content launch tracker. In context lists, this one's super helpful if you're doing SOPs, situation reports, or other stuff like that, where you can drop in a list of contacts. Maybe you're tracking applicants, sales contacts, coding, if you're actually inserting coding blocks into SOPs, or maybe a library for reference. And then there's also custom building blocks. So custom building blocks, if you don't know, let's take the team directory one, and we'll say it is the Eagle team directory. All right, so we've customized that, and I'm going to say this is, let's see, team. All right, so I've made a couple of customizations there. Now I just want to highlight it, and I'm going to click on the left to right click on it, and then I'm going to select Save as Custom Building Block. And I'm going to do that as Eagle Team Directory. Okay, got it. So now, not only have I inserted that one and made something custom, now I can come in, and I will move myself over there, at Eagle Team Directory, and you'll see that the @ symbol, and then starting to type the title of the custom building block, I can now select that, and you'll see that it drops it in there with the changes that I've actually made. So I think the addition of the side panel and being able to see the preview kind of gives you a kickstart on where you want to take the actual tables. A lot of them are useful right out of the box, but super easy to update, and I think these are huge for applying structure to chaos in documents. All right, later.